what's up with this? Well, this is where we ended last week's episode with a frame table. We've got the rear axle in, the front is all put into place. Now we are off to the rear axle. Same spot, same location, same job again, or at least almost the same. Get the rear on, then we're off to this bad boy. The plan is get this one on, get the motor on the front subframe, reinforce it in the center on where the gearbox will be, align that straight, and then we're off picking up the body. And another thing. These are a couple of adjustable feet that I want to make under the table. So the plan, get those mounted over here, that when I'm putting the E30 on the ramp, we're going to straighten that out on the ramp, that it's all level. Then we're leveling the table underneath it, and then every time we're going up and down, we will be in the exact same spot and the table won't move anymore. So I'm a little bit unsecure yet on the measurement, so I need to ask Mr. Ritchie again on which height I need from where, because I thought this was the height of the subframe, but if I look at the front, okay, this should go 5 centimeters lower, but we're still way too high in comparison to the front. So we need to check some measurements, and in the meanwhile I am off to the water jet. We're going to cut some plates for the adjustable feet so we can get the table all done. So get this cutting and go ahead and get some measurements. Okay, so there are holes in there in the subframe. So this should be around the height that we're almost there. Then we can shim it out to the perfect height. But there needs to be some thoughts about that. These are tack welded, but not sure yet if they are okay. So now the next thing. So we got the wheelbase scribed down on the frame. And now I want to get it up to the center of the hubs. So let's get the axle straight. Well, 1 million tries later, yeah, or I'm too precise, or this is just a little bit more tricky to get all these tubular angles in a good center spot on the table. So, of course, back to the water jet, back to the CNC machining, back to my favorite tooling of all time, the weld table where you can put all tools on. So I came up a little bit with this. So little jiggy, made these, cut these holes, this tube will center, same like the front axle, in the rear axle. This is the width that it's supposed to be on the axle. I now realize that I didn't test fit it yet before I weld that on. I had already aligned it, but I didn't test fit it yet. So let's do that first. Here are the points, and can go there. Can go there. Okay, there it can go in. And suckle. Yes, that's way too wide. What did you do? Like 10 millimeters too. Oh, I think I measured wrong because exactly the thickness of the tube too wide. Ah, crap. Oh, lucky bastard. Yes, this is fitting way better. Well, okay, doing some random next steps, and I think that I'm in the good way, because just a simple random bracket, I was looking up if I was far enough backwards, and even this random bracket is totally straight with my table. Well, how about this? That's the engine in the air, and we are back for the next round at Mal's BMW. Next round, different trailer, different setup. So that means only one thing.
gezellig. Ja.
We are back with another stupid shell. More projects. So, okay, everything is on, but now there are a lot of tricky parts. One of the things, I assume, or I'm in the opinion that the subframe is good mounted, but when I was putting it on with the gearbox is making, or the engine and the gearbox is making sure that the subframe is lifting up. Not sure why that is. In my opinion, the engine should get it straight, but the construction is a bit different, I guess. So we need to figure out now how high the gearboxes need to be, and if this and the drive shaft is in a good angle and setup. So that means I need to straighten out the table so we can always measure everything out in a proper way. And of course, in this episode, we want to see the E30 at least floating above it in a straight angle. So we need to go on a little bit, get the feet on so we can straighten the table out, that we got a good base point on measuring everything, and then it can go under the ramp. Well, that's part one of the journey. We've got a BMW on the ramp, at least, almost. Now time to get it rotated, get it up in the air, and then get the frame back in front, do the final bits. Oh yeah, and then we need to remove some stuff of the E30. I completely forgot about that. I wanted to get the chassis over the table. Not sure if I'm going to make it in that episode. We need to get the complete rear suspension still off. Crap. Typical Dutch summer. Just want to get some cars in and out of the shop and rotated everything. But of course, the plan was no rain. And of course, it's raining. All my butt is wet from the forklift that was outside the whole day. So, this is a wet butt. But you got to do something for it, huh? Well, now it is actually in the good spot. Get it up in the air, and I think we need to secure it a little bit with some ropes to not tipping over backwards. Get the rear subframe out and then up in the air, and we can go on further with the frame table. And look what car people do. Oh, that's why I call this a stupid chassis, because it has a lot of stupid things. This is one of the best examples. So it was outside for a bit, got some rain in there, and over there the rain is just floating away to the rusty crusty BMW E30 shit. And over here it got some roof lining. How cool is that? The rain keeps in, so the roof lining works. That's a good thing. Crazy car people. Why I always have those crazy cars in here that people rent on who cannot rent. I think that's my thing for now. What's up with this? Well, people, this is the plan, what we're doing. So we got an empty shell of an E30. When I measured correct, this should all be on the wheelbase of the chassis. The next thing is to do is drop the chassis. Then I want to cut the frame rails, make new frame rails over this that will fit back into that shape again. And same for the rear. Cut the frame rails, weld new frame rails in that will fit the new chassis. And the nice thing, I want to make them all in separate plates, so we can make all the bushings, all the stuff we want in there, in the plates. We can bend them real nice. So at the end the goal is that it will still look as a factory frame rails. Shall we drop it one time in this episode? I don't think it can go far enough because of the rear subframe is on. Shall we do it? Shall I let it go down a little bit? Is this a cool project or is this a cool project? Well, let's go. Well, how about that ski? It is freaking crazy big. So I dropped it as far as I can at the moment. Then we've got the laser over here. And we need to go back at least 15 centimeters, 150 millimeters to go back. But I cannot do that at this point. And why? So a little bit of top view, and this is why. So the engine is hitting the bulkhead over there, and well, there's no room for a radiator anymore, so to go backwards isn't that bad. We need to just clear the bulkhead a little bit, some first cutting and grinding to let's first drop it one time all the way down, and then we can go look further. And now we need to go out again. So, well, this is a cool project, huh? Well, I find this satisfying enough. It is on, it is close, it is a challenge, it's everything that we wanted for this project. We are getting there. It's going down, the engine, everything is on the frame. We still need some measurements, some stuff to check, but on the other hand, we can start cutting. We can start cutting the bulkhead, we can start cutting the frame at the rear. So the first idea to what this is going to become can be visible in the next episode. So keep watching us, like and subscribe to the channel, and of course put something in the comments, and see you all in the next episode. Oh, and something different. Check the socials, because we are doing a cars and barbecue at the 7th of September. Please message me if you're coming, because we need to buy in meat for the barbecue. Let me know what you think, and see you all the 7th of September or in the next episode.